Hey Star Wars gamers, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the ever-expanding galaxy of Star Wars games. And yes, that means the ones we battle-tested on our mobile devices too. So grab your blue milk or a Death Star-sized cup of caf, and let's break down the absolute best moments in Star Wars mobile gaming history. From epic victories to heartbreaking shutdowns, we're covering it all today. First up, we've got Star Wars: Galaxy of Heroes. This game has been a titan in the mobile world since its launch in 2015. The best part? The roster. I mean, where else can you have your favorite clone trooper squad, Darth Vader and Rey, fighting side by side in turn-based strategic battles? Not to mention the Galactic Legends events, where unlocking characters like Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is nothing short of a galactic triumph. Galaxy of Heroes keeps players coming back for more with strategic depth and its addictive collection system. Building up your fleet and perfecting your squad compositions is like assembling your own version of the Avengers. But you know Star Wars style. And here's the good news. Galaxy of Heroes is still going strong. With frequent updates and an ever-expanding roster, it's the game that keeps evolving. But fair warning, it's a bit of a sarlacc pit for your wallet if you get deep into the competitive side. Now, onto a gem that had so much potential but sadly faded into the outer rim. Remember Star Wars: Uprising? Launched in 2015, this action RPG was set in a fascinating era right after Return of the Jedi. It introduced us to a whole new region of the galaxy and let players create custom characters while exploring an ever-evolving story. Imagine shaping the narrative of the galaxy based on real-time player actions. The game's best feature? Its ambition. Uprising felt like it was trying to capture the magic of a co-op Star Wars adventure on mobile, with guild battles and a storyline that reacted to the community's efforts. Plus, exploring the Anoat sector gave us serious post-Empire vibes. Uprising shut down in 2016 after just over a year. Low player engagement and revenue struggles made it unsustainable. The galaxy we helped shape just couldn't hold its ground. Still, it's fondly remembered by the die-hard fans who experienced its brief but shining moment. Star Wars: Force Arena. This game was a real-time PvP battle experience where you could command iconic characters and armies in thrilling arena-style combat. And nothing beat pairing heroes like Han Solo and Chewbacca against an Imperial strike force. It was the game that kick-started this channel and helped deliver some memorable live streams.
Oh, that was incredibly good dialogue.
Funny moments, and a truck full of salt.
Just to keep the pressure on. As you can see, Grievous has actually been sent to sleep by Chopper. So he is a sitting duck. Oh my life, this is too funny. Oh, I might have to pause the video. I'm actually going to have to wet myself.
The highlight of Force Arena? It delivered the rush of competitive action, especially with those last-second wins where your side clinched victory. The strategy combined with deck-building mechanics was perfect for players craving quick, high-stakes battles. It also featured a great 2 versus 2 mode that was removed and later brought back with the Clone Wars expansion. In addition to the dozens of updates and movie tie-in characters and units, Netmarble delivered some of the best animations and showed just how much they loved and understood the franchise. Unfortunately, Force Arena shut down in early 2019. The reason? Despite having a devoted player base, it struggled to maintain growth and revenue, competing in an overcrowded market. It was a case of too many strong contenders in the PvP galaxy. The 3.0 update made the grind real, and the perk system benefited those with the deepest pockets. Over the years that have passed, we're yet to see a Star Wars game come close to the thrill that Force Arena delivered, and keep hoping that one day all that will change.
In a time of galactic war.
Another beloved Star Wars game on mobile was Star Wars Commander, a base-building strategy game that pulled us in with its Rebel versus Empire dynamic. You could construct your defenses, amass armies, and command epic battles across familiar Star Wars worlds. The campaign missions and hero units, like Darth Vader or Princess Leia, gave it some serious flair. Its standout moment? The thrill of choosing a side. The Rebel Alliance or the Galactic Empire both offered different units and strategies, making for a fun, customizable experience. Like Star Wars Force Arena, it also delivered content-rich movie tie-ins, featuring units and heroes from all the Star Wars movies. In 2018, Commander changed owners to Zynga, who also secured the rights to bringing a new Star Wars game to mobile. Sadly, Commander met its end in 2020 due to financial viability issues. As mobile gaming trends shifted, it struggled to keep players engaged long-term. But it had a good run, and fans still share fond memories of their planetary bases and epic defenses. Next up, we've got Star Wars Rise to Power, a game that had a lot of potential for those who love epic, large-scale strategy. Developed by EA, it was in beta testing starting in 2017 and promised players the ultimate battle for galactic supremacy. Players would choose to side with the Empire or the New Republic, working together with their alliances to control star systems, build fleets, and outmaneuver opponents in strategic warfare. Thankfully, Rise to Power never made it out of beta. Despite initial excitement, the project quietly faded away, and EA officially cancelled it. The reasons were never explicitly detailed, but most likely the game couldn't live up to expectations or justify its development costs. My main concern was that the strategy element was just a front for an in-game casino, as upgrading ships would cost real-world money, and once they were destroyed, they were gone for good. Once again, it was a strategy game in name only, as it purely focused around who had the deepest pockets in the galaxy. Star Wars Rivals was released in soft launch in early 2018. Rivals was a real-time third-person shooter that promised lightning-fast battles with some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Star Wars universe. Players could assemble a team with characters like Han Solo, Darth Vader, and Princess Leia, each equipped with unique abilities for intense PvP action. Star Wars Rivals was shut down before it could even get a full global release. Despite the hype and early promise, the game was discontinued just a few months after its soft launch. Ultimately, it fell victim to the competitive nature of the mobile market, where only the strongest survive. A tough break for a game that showed so much potential. Now onto a game that is very much with us in 2024, Star Wars Hunters. First rumored in 2018 and developed by Zynga, this game has been building excitement in the mobile gaming galaxy. Set in a post-Return of the Jedi timeline, Hunters is a real-time arena-style combat game where players choose from a diverse cast of characters and fight in 4 versus 4 matches. Think Overwatch meets Star Wars, with bounty hunters, stormtrooper defectors, and even a Wookiee warrior named Groz. And yes, Groz uses a giant bowcaster to wreck his enemies. The character diversity and the rich Star Wars flair. Each hero in the lineup brings a unique playstyle to the arena, like a lightsaber-wielding warrior or a quirky Jawa duo stacking up in a trench coat. The arenas are full of Star Wars references, and the strategic, fast-paced gameplay keeps the adrenaline pumping. Hunters has just started a new season and has introduced a new Ewok-inspired character to the game, which is also available on the Nintendo Switch. On mobile, the game is free to play with a paid season pass and a relentless array of pop-ups advertising in-game items to purchase for real money. The one thing that differs for Hunters is that it's not using any licensed and known Star Wars characters, instead opting for variations of them, which could help keep overall costs down from licensing. However, the shine has come off quickly, and a few months after launch, the game needs a shot in the arm, like heading to PC to widen the player base.
Let's give a big arena welcome to
The Hunters!
LEGO Star Wars Battles is still going strong, and after a soft launch that seemed to take forever, it finally made its way onto Apple Arcade. So sadly that limits the reach of the game being tied to a subscription service on Apple-only devices. But if you love LEGO and Star Wars, nothing else in the game will cost you to upgrade. And that, my friends, is the wild ride through the highs and lows of Star Wars mobile games. From long-lasting successes like Galaxy of Heroes to fallen heroes like Force Arena and Commander, each game left its mark in the mobile gaming galaxy. Let me know in the comments which of these games you still love or miss. Or maybe share your best moments, whether it's a glorious battle or a hilarious defeat. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this trip down mobile memory lane, please give the video a like and consider subscribing. Until next time, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.